Because it rattles. It rattles, and he's seen the boy come out of there and peek its head out, well, more or less recently, and that's enough for him, you know. So you want to ask Virginia? Somebody had unlocked the door.
Virginia. Jeff was here. Jeff was here one night. He slept here in the bed, and he heard the door rattle right here.
Yeah. You know what makes it difficult to do pictures here is getting reflections off all these areas that are either mirrors or, you know, and the frames and all that jazz.
Well, there's not a whole lot of that.
This room is.
Yeah.
Every side is covered. They did not want to take it up with their own parish priest because of the boys at school there, because they might get kicked out, and because and already people are knocking on the door and saying that's the place where the ghost is, and that's the story. But they did go to another church and Catholic church, the Catholics, and they had two priests.
When we use the Ouija board. Yeah.
I told her, you know, she really fears things, and she get rid of the Ouija board.
Get rid of it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
Certainly got the light for that.
Yeah.
Okay, and they had something in the bathroom here
Yeah.
that happened. Is she going to come and open this or what?
Yeah. Let's Virginia.
Raymond?
Yeah, that's okay. All right. You were here in the keys.
Oh, yeah.
You pick up sound on that too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Microphone right on the front, right here.
Yeah, I figured that.
Yeah.
Raymond, do you want to look in the closet? It's open. I'm going to look in there. I'm just going to step in here for a minute and see if there's any difference of temperature or anything in here.
You want a good portrayal of complete abysmal fear when I step in the closet, I can run out screaming.
That's right. We'll get it on camera. We'll run on current affair.
Wherever you are,
Put on a good show while we're at it.
make it known. Now, Virginia's had her hair pulled, and she said you witnessed when her hair was up or
Yes.
something, and
Yeah.
you did something.
It also.
Yeah.
I was grabbed in here the first night. Jeff and I were from behind. I was standing about.
And she's been grabbed.
Yeah.
Oh, and here in the room.
I was standing about right here,
Yeah.
and something pulled on my shirt real hard, followed by a blast of cold air in my arm, and Jeff then got pulled from behind right here. The very first night we were here. Right now it's real quiet, but
It's quiet because I'm here.
No, it's a small closet.
Great.
it was in here. Jeff and I. It's okay.
Let me get my camera.
Jeff, right now?
They opened the door, so it could be the air coming in.
Well,
Right now?
but how much air do you need?
Air wouldn't,
How much air would... I
Is
just
it,
wonder if it's going to continue. Let's see if
Have to
it...
have-
is it starting to move again?
for air.
If it slows down... Isn't that kind of strange?
Did Sandy just touch it?
Yeah. Certainly isn't slowing down.
No.
Why isn't that
Wouldn't you
slow?
think it's slow?
That's the same,
It just doesn't seem normal.
that's the same ring as the one before.
Yeah, the left ring is...
Chuck, come here, look at these keys. See on the wall right there?
Yeah, I know. He showed me that they were moving.
Now, wouldn't it slow down? It seems to be the same pendular.
Yes, they slow down. I don't feel any vibration sufficient to cause that.
And
See, that's the
it's-
same thing it did before.
I don't feel any vibration.
That's the same thing before, Chuck, that was doing.
And it's like there's no draft. I mean,
It would take a hell of a draft.
Well, I was wondering if we opened the door and that could have caused it.
it does seem just a little bit strange to me.
Yeah, it should stop.
Yeah.
it's slowing down now.
Now it does seem to be, yeah.
Stopping. Do you think that's strange?
Yeah, some people have.
Well, yeah, it's just offhand. Sure.
Okay, just want to get your thing. Okay.
What do you think, Raymond, of that? Listen,
I beg your pardon?
what was your impression just now of these keys?
Oh, of the keys?
Have you step out this way just for a second?
I don't know. It's certainly curious the way that the motion has continued, and it hasn't abated.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell now, of course, with the light. Has it stopped?
I'll move the
I
camera.
was curious.
Very, very small. Let's go downstairs.
Kind of a minor thing.
You can be called a reason.
Are you afraid something's going on down there?
No,
Something happening?
I never did like fellas.
That's your favorite thing. That's your favorite thing.
No.
I don't like addicts.
I don't like cellars. They're too dank.
We can get some bills to this one. You'll have
Yeah.
to keep this hot.
Okay.
What do you think, Chuck? Anything down here?
Unless somebody's buried underneath you.
That's all we need, huh?
No, I don't feel anything here. It's kind of messy down here, isn't it?
This is where the sounds of a little boy crying were recorded right down here.
Oh yeah? Let me get to where you're standing and see if I can get a picture.
Okay.
Somebody sees it and somebody doesn't see it.
That's right.
So therefore, it could be, we're now talking about a mental process here, you know, where somebody is mentally picking it up and somebody isn't. And when something happens, when you feel cold or you begin to feel oppressed and the air is coming in, that sometimes is due to fear.
Right.
You know, you can get it. Sometimes your hair can stand up on end. So
Right.
a lot of that happens, but there seems to be so many witnesses here and so many things happening. But what we have here, it goes back over 30 years. It goes back with Virginia before she even moved into this house. There is a history of paranormal activity. And it seems to have followed her, and she seems to be the epicenter here of this whole thing. And what it is, whether it's coming out of her childhood, or whether something has been picked up off the street and brought in here, we don't know. This house was in 1910, but she's lived here for 33 years. But the present owner of it has only owned it like for 10 years or something, or 15 years. And he's aware that things are happening here. At
That's
least
right.
He tells her that and so on. But there are so many witnesses here that you feel that there are a lot of plausible things, you know, that's happening. I think the strangest thing about it is that they're seeing doppelgangers, which is that they're seeing duplicates of themselves or others. And they're seeing just too many apparitions coming through here. It's like Barnum and Bailey sideshow, you know? And it's typical poltergeist because it's playful and things move and it's playing games on them and everything else. And that's, you know, really what it could be. And whether it sticks here and or not is another thing. I don't know. And another thing is whether it is something that's happening that is being projected from something else. In other words, it's not something from beyond or whatever, and we don't know that yet. That's why we're in on these investigations, because we don't know exactly what it is. This fits the typical poltergeist activity with foul odors, pleasant odor like in a funeral home at times, but with things like you just saw with keys or with movement of objects, losing of objects and finding them elsewhere, all typical poltergeist. Typical poltergeist and thinking you see things and then actually seeing apparitions, but they keep changing, you know. Hearing a little baby or a boy crying and calling out is typical. Hearing voices, the footsteps, and everything else. And the only thing that has me and that I think that doesn't mix with a lot of this is what is what the daughter has felt in the apparition that she saw that laid in bed with her when she was awake and saw this figure lying in bed for 5 minutes. And she said the strangest thing were his eyes. She could feel the depression of the bed as well, and he was solid, that the pupils of his eyes were red. Now, I've heard this before in other hauntings, but I've had witnesses tell me that in one case the pupils of the eyes were red, in another case the pupils of the eyes were green. So I don't know what that really is, whether it's her imagination or if she actually saw him. That means there must have been a light on it. It could have been the reflection of a light. I don't know. So there are a lot of things that leave no explanations, except that they seem to match up with poltergeist activity, and that's maybe what we have here, or maybe it's another kind of haunting. I don't know. I don't believe in demonology, and I don't believe in a lot of other things. I think we bring a lot on ourselves, and I'm only worried about people getting too much involved mentally into the thing so that the phenomena increases. Right now, being on the scene only for a couple hours, is that even though it's been going on for 30 years with this woman, and people have noticed and seen it, it's only in the last 3 months that it's picked up a great deal of momentum and is really putting on a show. And we can't determine what happened 3 months ago to bring this out. But I think eventually, as we keep talking to the people involved and other people that may be around in the neighborhood or whatever, we might find an answer to that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. What do you feel, Jeff? Anything here?
I'm scared.
Is that a restaurant that's out there? It's all lit up? Nothing park?
No, that's the gym. That's Are you done?
Table moved a little bit. That's
Just now?
no. Just a minute ago.
Why don't you ask if an entity has a message for anybody here?
Do you have a message for anyone here? No messages? Who is here? Is it Topo?
Why don't you ask the entity if it wants to leave?
Would you like to leave, Topo? Would the energy, the entity that's here like to leave? Can you leave? What's your answer? Can you leave? You want us to leave? You want us all to leave? Can any of us stay?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that, Chuck?
underneath me.
I heard the
Right here.
scratching.
Is that a yes? You want some of us to stay? Did you kick me?
No, I didn't kick.
Nobody
kick him.
moved their
No.
feet
he's
at all?
He's kicking again.
Flat on the floor.
Okay,
Turn
my
back in.
foot.
It's me.
Jack!
Topo.
I never fell when it kicks.
Topo G.
Topo, that was you and you kicked me? Is that just to let me know you're here? Is that a love tap?
He loves you.
Is that a love tap, Topo? Do you want some of us to stay?
I should have mentioned the word leave. It's nice you when you mention the word leave.
Yeah, he likes that word.
What's going on? Right now? Is that you, Jeff? Table's vibrating. You're
Yeah,
outside?
it sure is.
What do you feel right now, Ellie?
The strangest feeling. I know I'm not moving it and it's
Your hand's moving.
being
kicked
moved.
me.
Wait a minute.
He kicked me.
Just now?
Yes. And it was a good kick.
Strong. Oh, strong.
He wants it.
Oh, jeez. Is that who you want to move? To leave?
Virginia.
What do you
He's
think?
pointing at her.
Is Chuck?
Yeah.
Why Chuck?
You want Chuck to leave?
She got something going.
This table's going crazy.
Why did he kick me?
Feel it?
Oh,
Pretty strong.
strong.
Very strong.
He kicked me hard.
Feeling.
That was a big kick.
So what happened after I left?
Stopped.
Ask if they would like me to come back now.
Do you want him to leave the house or can he stay in the living room? Do you want him to leave the house?
Your hand's being forced again?
Uh-huh, he's lifting it up. Someone else too?
You feel anything, Jeff?
No?
Is there somebody else, Topo, that you want to leave?
He kicked me.
Just got kicked again?
Yes.
You okay?
Did you move your feet when you did that?
Yeah, I moved it a little bit, but he did it hard. And he did it to me when you pointed at him.
Are you pointing at Jeff?
Or does he want me to leave now?
Feel it, Ron? Table vibrating.
Did you want,
Does he want me to leave? 'Cause he
you
kicked me.
pointed, do you want Sandy to leave? We told them to point to whoever he wanted to leave. Oops. Oh, start over. It went off the board. Who else do you want to leave? Tell us who.
It's very strong.
You want to point to who you want to leave? Going off the board. Want to point? Point at who you want to leave. It's okay, Topo.
It's 11:42 a.m. September 25th. Did you hear that? What was that?
Not the coffee pot.
Sandy, what was that?
Isn't that?
Who is? Unless you want to show us who you want to leave, if that's why my hand is up there.
Are you still getting the kicks under the table?
No, but it seems that every time Ellie points at someone, he kicks me in the knee hard.
He
I
wants
don't
to
know.
leave her.
Maybe he wants me to leave.
Do you want Sandy to leave? I don't think so. I don't get that from him.
Okay, do you feel
Do you feel cold, okay?
Cold, just cold right above
Cold
me.
right in here.
I feel pressure.
You don't feel it, Jeff?
No pressure, just cold,
I feel something
cool,
on my forehead.
cool air.
What happens at midnight? You want someone to leave at midnight?
That's right. Feel any more cold? I feel cold on my right, behind me.
Is that true?
It's moving behind me on my right. Right by my neck. Right in the back of my neck. Right now.
Yeah.
Feel Sandy? Now it's starting to leave, well, no, it's still by my right arm. Right here.
He kicked me.
He just kicked you.
Yes. Topo, are you kicking me?
You're feeling a cold on your right arm?
Yeah, right to my right.
He's
Right.
under the table.
You under the table now, Topo?
My right.
Why?
That was fast.
Yeah.
What did just hit, yes?
He was kicking me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told
it
you he
just
was
went
under there.
Very violently,
It's
yes.
here, Chuck. Definitely.
Very definitely.
Yeah. You had moved over me. It was real cool here, and then it must have. Whoops. Be careful.
Is it okay, Chuck?
You know,
Sorry about that.
He kicked me hard again in the same knee.
What was that?
Oh, I don't know what
Moved it.
What'd you feel, Jeff?
No shock that time. It just
No, it
took off.
Yeah.
No
Why
shock.
did you do that?
Well, it didn't go to yes, did it?
No, it just
No,
came over
straight
here.
Off the board.
Straight over.
Did you see that?
He's sending a
Yeah, I
message.
saw it. I don't know what that means.
Topo, we're not understanding what that means. You want us to leave at midnight? Yes. All of us? Yes. All. Midnight?
What's that?
N-E.
A-V-E-R.
Never. Never.
Never.
Not much luck there, huh?
Never.
Is there a reason why you wouldn't show us also?
Why?
I mean, we know you're real. We just want to be able to see
We'd
you.
like to see you. Friendly, converse with you.
There's a table.
He does again.
Table. Feel it, Chuck?
Is there someone in this room that you don't like? Is that why you're not conversing more? Someone you don't like? Someone here that you don't like? That you want to leave?
Okay.
N-D. And end of conversation? End. What do you mean by end? End means you're leaving?
Ask him if he wants me to leave.
That isn't you.
I told you he's never going to show himself.
No.
But he does.
Do you want us to do something at midnight? G-O. Oh, go.
Go, goodbye.
Aren't you getting it? And goodbye, all of you.
That's a hit and a half of your ass.
Gone.
Gone?
G-O-O-N. What was that?
N-O-W.
Go now.
Oh, go now.
But what if we don't want to?
Yeah. What's going to happen?
Yes, what